After Khamzat Chimaev successfully defeated Gilbert Burns at UFC 273, he took to Twitter saying, "Who is next?" and he tagged Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington, and Leon Edwards. In this video, I will be discussing Chimaev and his next three possible opponents. Chimaev versus Covington. Out of the three opponents that Chimaev tagged, this is obviously the most likely to happen because it was rumored before UFC 273 that if Chimaev won his next fight, Covington would be his next opponent. Both of these two have a similar fighting style, as both of them are great with takedowns, takedown defense, and defensive strikes. Covington is currently ranked number 1 in welterweight, while Chimaev is currently ranked number 3, so I'm sure the winner of this fight would get a title shot next. However, the one thing that Chimaev said in his tweet was hashtag Abu Dhabi Dubai. Chimaev won his last fight when he fought in Abu Dhabi, Dubai. But remember the last time Colby Covington fought overseas? Colby Covington insulted an entire country in Brazil the last time he fought overseas. I feel if these two were to fight overseas that Chimaev would be the betting favorite, as he currently is supposed to be the favorite if these two are to fight. If these two do fight though, I feel it'll go the round of all 3 rounds, and I feel like it will be a decision win, probably going in favor of Covington, just because I feel like he's been in the UFC longer so he knows what the welterweight division is like. If Colby Covington wins though, I don't think he would get a title shot against Usman. I think he continues to call out Dustin Poirier because the two of them have beef, and I would love to see that fight happen. I feel if two fighters have beef, they need to solve it in the cage. Now we move on to Leon Edwards. This fight was already scheduled to happen back in 2021, but Chimaev had to pull out. I feel this fight definitely could happen and would still be very entertaining. If these two were to fight, regardless of where they go, I think Chimaev wins this fight. And if Chimaev wins this fight, then I feel he'll be next in line for a title. These two both threw a ton of punches in their last fights against their last opponents. I feel Khamzat Chimaev, if he comes out swinging like he did against Gilbert Burns, then he could definitely win this fight. As far on Leon Edwards, he needs to be a better wrestler in this fight. But overall, I think Khamzat Chimaev wins by a decision, and I think he could definitely beat Leon Edwards. And finally, we have Kamaru Usman. I feel this fight is not likely to happen just because Khamzat Chimaev has not been in the UFC long enough. However, if he does get a title shot right now, I wouldn't be too upset. Kamaru Usman is arguably the pound-for-pound GOAT right now in the UFC, and arguably all-time with only one loss on his career that didn't even happen in the UFC. Khamzat Chimaev's fighting style is similar to all the opponents he called out, but Usman is obviously going to be the hardest hitter out of all of them. If he does get a title fight against Kamaru Usman, I don't see this fight going 5 rounds. I see Usman knocking him out, and I see him knocking him out pretty early in the 2nd or 3rd round. I think he definitely could be a champion someday, but Kamaru Usman is just built different and is one of the hardest opponents anyone in the welterweight has faced. We know Khamzat Chimaev can beat ranked opponents in the welterweight, but what we don't know is if he can beat a champion. I don't think anyone can beat Kamaru Usman as a champion currently in welterweight. If Khamzat Chimaev, however, did cut weight down to lightweight, that would make the lightweight division very, very entertaining, and I feel he could succeed there even more. So here's a summary of what I feel will happen against these 3 opponents. If he faces Colby Covington wins by a decision. If he faces Leon Edwards, I feel he can beat Leon Edwards with a finish. If he goes straight to Kamaru Usman, I think Usman will destroy him. So yeah, that's what I think will happen with these 3 opponents who we called out. Do you agree with my predictions? Who do you think is going to fight next? Let me know in the comment section down below. That's all I got for this video. I will see you next round in the next video.